Another blockbuster trade just went down between the Suns and the Rockets, so let's talk about it. In this trade, the Suns sent Kevin Durant to Houston for Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, the 10th overall pick in this year's draft, and 5 second-round picks in return going to Phoenix. Before we get into my thoughts, like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. The Rockets may have just gotten the steal of the century by acquiring Kevin Durant for practically pennies on the dollar. I get Kevin Durant is about to turn 37 years old, and your championship window may be shorter than you would have liked, but even without Kevin Durant, this team is still incredibly good. Thus, he's still one of the best scorers in the league, and if not, one of the best players. So getting him for Jalen Green, who's already spent 4 years in the league and hasn't really gotten to the player we all know he can be. Guys like Cade, Mobley, Scotty Barnes, and Şengün have already been All-Stars, and other guys like Franz, Jalen Johnson, and Trey Murphy have all shown more promise than Green. Losing Dillon Brooks hurts, but they have an incredible defense, even without him, with guys like Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, Jabari Smith Jr., Steven Adams, and even Alperen Şengün has improved his defense since coming into the league. They also have three-point shooters already, with Kevin Durant replacing Brooks, Fred VanVleet, Tari Eason, Jabari Smith Jr., and another season under Reed Shepard's book to hopefully improve his shooting in his sophomore season. Speaking of Shepard, another reason this trade is such a big win for the Rockets was because they didn't have to give up too much going into the future. They didn't have to give up Shepard, Cam Whitmore, and the Suns picks in 2027 and 2029. If the Rockets really wanted, they could package the Suns pick and give them another upgrade. Maybe a traditional shooting guard. The new look Rockets lineup could look like this: Fred VanVleet at point guard, Amen Thompson at shooting guard, Kevin Durant at small forward, Jabari Smith Jr. at power forward, and Alperen Şengün at center, with Steven Adams, Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore, Reed Shepard, and Aaron Holiday off the bench. Kevin Durant getting traded to the Rockets was no surprise at all, but just how little they got back for him was. Jalen Green could become a very good player in his career, but we don't even know if he'll be in Phoenix by the time the upcoming season starts. Sure, Jalen Green has averaged 20 points over his career, but it's never been a real efficient 20 points. In his career, he shot 43% from the field and 34% from free. Dillon Brooks is a pretty good role player, but the Suns already have a bunch of guys who excel at the same thing, like Ryan Dunn, Grayson Allen, and Royce O'Neal. But Dillon Brooks is a better defender than Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal, and is on the same level as Dunn. But as a three-point shooter, he's way better than Ryan Dunn is, probably on the same level as Royce O'Neal, just a little bit more consistent, and a little worse than Grayson Allen is as a shooter. This season, Brooks averaged 14 points on 42% from the field and 39% from free, so hopefully for the Suns' sake, he can average similar numbers while keeping the shooting up. While getting a 10 pick is nice, that will likely turn into Derek Queen, Asa Newell, Colin Murray-Boyles, or Carter Bryant. But they didn't get back any of their other picks that the Rockets have. The Wizards own the right to the pick swap for 2026, which means the Suns will have no reason to lose games. Not getting a point guard back in this trade will really suck when Devin Booker will have to run the offense for most of the game. Hopefully for them, either Tyus Jones or Monte Morris comes back in free agency, or even both of them, to give them depth in that position. The new look Suns lineup will look like this: Devin Booker at point guard, Jalen Green as shooting guard, Dillon Brooks as small forward, Ian Dunn at power forward, and Nick Richards at center, with Bradley Beal, Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and Oso Ighodaro off the bench. That's going to end this video. If you disagree with anything I said, let me know, and let me know your thoughts on the trade too in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already.